Austin was the heel, dang it. Austin was the real heel. It was Austin all along.
Welcome in to the Instant Classic Wrestling Podcast, the only podcast that is always, I mean always, he means always, they mean always, you mean always, she means always, an instant classic.
Danny Dunn! Hi, Dig.
We will see you on the flippity dippity. Oh yeah.
All right, what is going on, good people? Back at it again, DJ here, Casey over there. Adam is on his way. Justin, we just don't know. We just, he might be in there with the line, the witch, and the wardrobe. We just don't know. We don't know. But anyway, the most stupendous WrestleMania review by the most stupendous wrestling podcast there ever was. Adam has joined us as well. In case you hear a different voice, you might be like, "Who that? Who that? New phone? Who this?" It'd be Adam.
I need a new one.
Real quick, because we teased you guys with this before. Adam, thoughts on the main event of NXT Stand and Deliver, and then we'll of course get into night one of the WrestleMania 38 review.
Why the hell are you pushing somebody over 30 when you said that you're not going to be pushing anybody over 30? I love Dolph Ziggler, but it completely defeats the purpose.
And then
Braun Breaker should have won, and then he wins on Raw, and supposedly that was the last second change. I don't know.
That was my issue, Adam. I had the exact same issue. I'm like, so explain to me why. My thing is, I don't even mind if that was the plan all along. Like, you wanted to have him win on Raw to get that kind of big rub on the the main roster. Cool, I'm cool with that. But like, why not have Dolph like entirely screw him, or Rude entirely screw him, and then he comes out on Monday Night Raw and like, I'm not waiting until Tuesday to get my title shot. I want my freaking title shot. This man cannot beat me, and then he beats him, because that would make sense. But WWE logic, we know how that goes. Good old WWE logic. You gotta love it. I mean, shoot, WWE logic might get me a raise. You never know. I mean, I don't know. WWE logic might get us monetized. Maybe we need to use it.
Ooh.
Maybe we need to use. Anyway, I'm kind of curious to Casey's name though. Like, I really am. Like, I need to know.
Was the heel?
He had the lamest logic of why Austin was the heel.
Fuck you.
And I crushed it by saying that you do realize that the Broken Skull Ranch is no longer in Texas, right? He goes, "You mean to tell me that the Broken Skull Ranch is no longer in Texas?" Ah!
Fuck you.
I'm like, it is in Nevada.
We will.
But he was supporting Texas, who has an idiotic governor, and they don't care about the COVIDs, and they don't care about the LGBTQ plus community, and they care more about their guns than healthcare. Damn it!
Okay.
Oh, really? That's how you feel?
The show started with the Smackdown Tag Team title match. It was Shinsuke Nakamura and Rick Boogs going up against the Usos. Apparently, Rick Boogs got injured in this match and it kind of cut it short. And that was, I think the Usos were probably going to win anyway, but that was the main reason why the Usos won in quick fashion. The time that was spent during this match, I did enjoy. I always love when Rick comes out. It's always fun. Even though Rick and Shinsuke is a fun team, WWE has no idea what to do with Shinsuke. Let's just be honest about things at this point.
Shinsuke.
They have no earthly idea what to do with Shinsuke. And
it's because they don't know how to book Japanese wrestlers. at all.
But Casey, we can't understand him, so he must be a heel. I mean,
Put a manager with him.
this is WWE logic here.
But they did a good job of making him a heel a few years ago, but unfortunately, much like Jinder and I would say an RKO and Randy Orton, every match had the same damn finish.
True.
And that one, it was the Singh brothers were going to interfere, and in that match, every match that Shinsuke had with AJ, he hit him in the no-nos, in the ding ding.
Did y'all have any thoughts on this one?
Real quick, because there's really nothing much to say other than like you said, like it looked like it was starting off to become a decent match, but Boogs did the arbitrary, oh, I'm so strong, I can lift two guys on my shoulders. Well, look what good that did you, because it made you shatter your leg. And I'm not trying to harp on the guy, but what I'm getting at is, can we stop with that spot? Because like something like that was bound to happen, and I can't downplay Boogs's screen time, because they were starting to kind of give him a little bit of shine. I mean, heck, he beat one of the Usos for them just to get that match. And by the way, with the entrance, doesn't the shaved the haircut and all that, doesn't that kind of take away from the presentation?
It does. Because
now he just looks like a guy that it's like, who are you and why are you on our stage right now? Like him with the rock star hair. I don't know.
It's kind of like it's kind of like Elias without a beard. It's not the same.
Yeah, or as I call him, Leaping Lenny Poff. He looks like Leaping Lenny Poffo.
Elias has a beard.
Mute him. Please mute him.
Casey, did you have any thoughts? Or
God, like, I showed you the side-by-side picture. They don't even look alike. Anyway.
Oh my God.
I hope the Booger Man is good. I hope he has a full recovery.
Rick, if you were a booger, I'd pick you.
I would pick you too. And I'd put you in my mouth.
What?
All right.
This man. I already missed Justin. Get him off here.
I feel like I never thought we'd hear those words. I feel like we should just move on to happy.
Anyway.
Okay.
But from what I heard, I guess he tore his quad and possibly did something to his patella. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, he's gonna be out for a while. He's gonna be out for a while. Maybe you talk to Triple H and Vince. Maybe.
Freaking Vince. That just means a variety of things from this weekend.
Is it bad that there was a point in the match with Vince where I thought he did it again?
Vince, did you forget that he does a boot before he gives you the stunner?
I thought he was dead. Like I was
Austin had all of his weight on his lower torso on.
Goodness. Happy Corbin and Drew McIntyre. I think this is the first time someone's kicked out of the end of days, unfortunately. So that's dumb. But anyway, but match was alright.
So that's dumb.
Match was alright. I want a Happy Corbin. Well, I don't want a Happy Corbin world title. I want a Baron Corbin world title run. But that's just me. Not Happy Corbin though, because I'd like Happy Corbin, but
why don't you want Corbin to be happy?
Nah. Drew won this match because were they really going to let Baron Corbin win this match? Has Happy Corbin won a match since he became happy?
Yeah, he's undefeated.
How is he? Wow.
I don't even pay attention, and I knew that because I think they made that a point of saying that since he's become Happy Corbin, he has not lost a match.
Oh wow. Well, I didn't realize.
Or I guess I should say. Let me preface this. I'll amend it to he has not submitted or been pinned since then. I'm sure there's been a chicanery with some DQs and whatnot.
Oh, sidebar, because I'm going through Instagram. Why does Ray keep taking pictures with Eddie's son?
Moving on.
Did y'all have any thoughts on Drew and Happy?
It was. I thought it was a solid match. Like Drew got a pretty good reaction. Although I will say, I think we can be done with the sword. It's run its course, because the spot with him, quote, cutting the top rope, it just fell basically.
And why did they have to explode? Like
that's what I'm saying. But I will say that was more of a reaction than the exploding barbed wire match in AEW. So no, please, God, no, please, no box. But no, I thought this was fun. I do like the fact that every once in a while he doesn't do it all the time, so at least has some specialness when Drew does a tope over the top rope. That's pretty cool. Guy that size, that's that athletic. I mean, like if you were to draw or chisel a wrestler out of stone, you're going to draw Drew McIntyre. He's the perfect specimen. He was almost the chosen one, if you will.
I'm gonna chisel Dominic. That's the body of a professional wrestler right there. I mean,
okay.
a little bit pudgy.
We're just gonna
kind of
move
looks
on.
like.
We're just gonna move on. Miz and Logan Paul.
Like Gumby a little bit,
Miz and, speaking of Dominic, Miz and Logan Paul versus Ray and Dominic.
That was a good segue. I'm good at the segues.
If that's what you want to tell yourself.
Booyaka.
I mean, I thought this was pretty good. I like the Miz turn on Logan Paul at the end, just because
why?
Because
it made no sense.
No, here's my issue though. Here's my issue. Every year that WWE brings any sort of celebrity in against Miz, like every single year they let the celebrity go over on Miz, and it happens every time. This man is a former world champion, 2-time world champion. Dang it. And he didn't even get his rightful WrestleMania moment last year. He got bad buddy. Heck out of here. I'm upset, okay? I'm just glad that the Miz finally didn't get screwed over by a dang on celebrity. That's all I'm saying. Logan Paul looked cool, like his Pokemon card. I know it's worth a bunch of money, hooty hada.
And you know who cared? Literally nobody. They made such a big deal out of it. Like, you are a grown ass man with a card on your chest.
Even Pokemon card collectors were like, okay.
I wouldn't even do that. I would not even do that. Like, if you were going to go that route, why did he have his cell phone and act like he was playing that game, walking to the ring?
Did y'all have any thoughts on this match?
It was good. It was much better than I expected. And
did Logan Paul hit a Canadian Destroyer? Because that's what all the hips.
No, he did not.
He did not. He should have, but he didn't.
I think he said he's going to the NFL next. That's what he said.
He was good. I even was. I think I was talking to Adam about this. I know I was talking to a couple other people, and I was saying, like, if he legitimately wanted to do this, I'd be 100% behind it. If he was serious about this and actually wanted to try to be a WWE superstar, I would be behind it, because he was decent. You know, he did what he needed to do. He didn't overstay his welcome in the ring. He did all the stuff to Ray, which made sense, and Ray made him look like $1,000,000. And I know he's a celebrity, but remember years and years ago, that's exactly what we thought about The Miz. We thought he was just a reality star who wanted his 15 minutes of fame. Fast forward, what? How many years has he been in? 19 or something like that.
Long time.
So I mean, if Logan did want to do this, I would be 100%, behind it. I think he could do it. But we all know it was just a money grab thing. But I mean, he wasn't bad. He was not bad.
Speaking of, The Miz needs his actual WrestleMania moment. I'm just saying.
Shut up.
He beat John Cena. What other WrestleMania moment do you need?
And the only thing that was, and I think it was Adam who pointed this out to me, and I can't unsee it every time I watch it. When he gets the skull crushing finale, his face is not changed.
Yeah. I saw that too. I was in a group chat, like an Xbox party, and I was like, I was dying because I was like, he's still smiling. It was the greatest thing ever.
There ain't no way this man about to plant me on my face.
This is good.
Adam, what was your thoughts?
I mean, Casey, kind of, echoed like what I was going to say was like, I thought, I mean, it was better than I thought, like I give Logan Paul, a lot of credit. Well, the other thing I was going to say, like, unlike the Bad Bunny thing last year, which I give him props. He took it seriously, did, a couple of big things, but they gave him way too much. In this instance with Logan, it was enough to digest where he, got in the ring, did a couple things, and then, boom, got out. And then, Miz kind of carried the match. But then once like everybody was kind of, either out on the floor or whatever, though, then he took advantage of the situation and used his size and physique, because let's be honest too, between the two, at least, Logan was like actually an athlete, like he at least has that level of believability. But again, Ray made him look like $1,000,000, did some decent moves to him, and with it being Ray, because he's twice his size, that's a good heel tactic. One, I will say this, Ray, don't ever try to do the Three Amigos ever again. Because you know how Eddie would swing his legs to bounce back up? Ray just popped up his feet and put him back down. It's like he was trying to kick out of a pin. It wasn't that pretty. And I honestly thought for a second, like this is how I thought how good the finish was. They go into the double 619. Dominic does the frog splash. Crowd's going berserk. Ray's about to do it, and then boom, they get their legs cut off and skull crushing finale 1, 2, 3. That I thought that was pretty slick. That was a nice little finish. But I did not understand the turn at all. because so like my thought was, so what was your guys' beef with Ray and Dominic? It was like, if this is your master plan, you and I are going to work together, and I'm going to screw you. I don't know. It didn't jive with me, but it did make for a funny moment. That was one of the best slow motion replays ever. And look at Logan Paul. Oh, tremendous.
Next, we had the Raw Women's Championship match, Bianca Belair versus Becky Lynch. This was one of those matches that had WrestleMania written all over it, right? Like, we talk about this, I feel like, year after year. WrestleMania is supposed to be the show where it's like I've always felt like it's like who had the best year on this side, who had the best year on that side, and you clash them together. Best face, best heel, put them together. It's the celebration of the year. That's what I want.
That place was apeshit before they even touched.
Yeah.
That was incredible.
And that's why I feel like this match this was like the perfect WrestleMania match. I mean, and it was similar to Sasha and Bianca last year, of course, for different reasons. But like, and plus it had been building since Becky had came back. I mean, Becky's return was a big deal. So she kind of skyrocketed, up the rankings and everything. And then, Bianca losing to her in that fashion, everybody was freaking upset about it, as we should have been. But at the same time, the good part about it was it kind of ended up in a payoff like this one, in a match that felt like it had a lot of personal animosity, a lot of steam to it. And that's what I enjoyed about it. It was a great match. Awesome. I don't expect anything different from these two. For Bianca to win. And it was kind of cool too, how they did that whole, Becky's gonna, no, I think it was Bianca actually. Bianca was trying to get her with the kind of 26 seconds thing. I might be wrong about that. I might be opposite on that one. But they tried to like replay it over again, like, it was Becky. Becky did it to her before. Can she do it again? Type of scenario. But I thought this match was great. One of the best matches, on this WrestleMania Saturday card, definitely. So let's go to Casey. What was your thoughts on the Raw Women's Championship match? Bianca Belair becoming the new, regaining her title back.
It was.
Don't you dare.
Every show has a bathroom break. You have to choose that break wisely. And when there's so many great matches on a show, it's hard. It's tough.
What a dick.
And when you know that Bianca's gonna retain because she's the greatest, you trust in her and you believe in her. So you can take that bathroom break.
Did you just say retain?
I said regain.
Okay. I'm just making sure. I'm just checking your English.
It was a gain, not a tain, sir. But you trust in her. You believe that she's gonna win, baby. So you can go to the bathroom, baby. And you don't have to call the son of a plumber because it ain't gonna get backed up, baby.
Why is Dusty here? Are you, sir? Hey, that's a long minute, sir.
Did you miss the part when I said you don't need a son of a plumber because it ain't gonna get backed up, baby? Get it? Because
I don't understand what's happening.
Oh goodness. Wow. Everybody, welcome in Justin, whose minutes take hours.
The uncrowned champion is here.
So how was Morbius?
I think I'll see Morbius. I'm actually gonna wait to see him next Tuesday. Next Tuesday night.
How was the other podcast you went on?
Well, I lost my championship, and I was going on there to complain. Yeah, I was there to complain to the manager.
Well, you've missed the last video and a half, sir.
Well, I didn't care about the NXT review because NXT was NXT. I mean, it was meh. That's all I gotta say about that NXT show.
Man,
it was meh.
This man putting some disrespect.
I mean, it doesn't feel like NXT anymore. Like
the funny part is Justin would probably say that this show was worse than NXT, but he showed up for the review.
Wait, which show? Wait, say the review? Or
no, what I'm saying is, I'm saying, Justin, you would probably say that this show was worse than NXT, but you showed up for this review.
Oh, okay. I see how it is over there. If I could go through the screen, I would give you some.
Okay, Justin, which show was better?
Mania was so much better. It
you
was.
Think so? I can't
yes,
believe you haven't
I
said
agree.
that in years.
Because I have to say this, okay? NXT, they were doing they were doing a lot of main roster type of stuff. It was like diet WWE. And it didn't feel like, I still want to call it takeovers. It didn't feel like a takeover at all. Like, that's just my personal opinion.
We're still calling it takeover. Everybody knows what the hell it is.
But no, like I was watching NXT a little bit tonight, and the stuff that they're doing, like, and especially what they did on Monday Night Raw last time, where they had Braun Breaker win the title back, and like, well, then what's the point of having Ziggler retain? But I mean, NXT was a show, but we're talking about Mania here, though. We're talking about Mania.
Okay.
Well, that means we got to go back to the beginning to the stand and deliver review.
You know what that means.
You know what that means.
While we're still on it, Bianca versus Becky. I don't know where we were in the order here.
I was gonna say Casey went into his Dusty promo for whatever reason. And I'm always here for a Dusty promo, but I don't know what he had to do with Becky Lynch and Bianca Belair, baby.
Because he was in NXT, baby, and he was returning in NXT, baby.
I would like to say that Sasha was sassy. I said I need a little bit of sassiness. So this match, up until, to kind of jump ahead a little bit, up until McAfee and Theory, this was my favorite match of the weekend. It was exactly what a big fight feels like. It was great from the word go with the false finishes right out of the bat that got your heart bumping. Great finish. That place exploded when she hit the KOD. I mean, I was pleasantly surprised that Bianca won, and I'm definitely
what you were surprised. You were surprised that she won. Why were you so surprised that she won?
Because Becky is just so over right now.
I'm kind of not. At the beginning, I wasn't really behind her big time Beck's gimmick. She was kind of looking like Lady Gaga out there. I want to call her
That's
Gaga.
what I'm saying. It's incredible.
I want to call her Gaga Becky. Oh, no.
Gaga Lynch?
Gaga Lynch. Yes, Gaga Lynch. Yes.
But I told this to Casey. Like, with this gimmick, she needs an update on her theme. I love that theme, but that's not her now. Like she does need some type of, I don't know, needs a different edge to it, but because
different edge to it.
You see what I did there, baby? I made a crop over into a different stratosphere, if you will. God damn, Casey, it got me doing
it.
And Justin, what I was saying was too, kind of to piggyback on what Adam had just said, was I felt like this was almost like the epitome of what WrestleMania is supposed to be. It's the biggest face.
WrestleMania.
Justin, what's your thoughts on the match?
I was, up to this point. Okay, so until like this match happened, I was not really into Mania that much, like on night one here. But once this match happened, I like, hey, this is, like you said, DJ, this is what Mania is supposed to feel like. It was like a really big fight feel here. I was happy that Bianca got the title back. After what happened at SummerSlam, losing how many seconds was it? 28 seconds or something?
26.
26 seconds, yeah. And so I was happy that Bianca got the title back. Both these women have great chemistry in the ring. It was good. It was really good. I enjoyed it.
Okay.
Becky, it'll be okay.
And also, I love that promo she did the next night. Not the next night. Well, on Monday Night Raw, she did last night. And the crowd saying you deserve it. Like, it wasn't as big as last year's match. Between Bianca and Sasha, but it was still good here though. It was still good.
Okay. Seth's match against an opponent of Vince's choosing, which Vince showed up night 2 and didn't even announce this one, but okay. This was hard for me because I was really expecting to be disappointed because it's WWE. I was honestly expecting that
it was going to be fear.
Yeah, I mean, I honestly I wouldn't have been disappointed too much by Veer. I was expecting it to be like
I
was
would
ready
have
for it to be
Veer,
Shane. I swear to
Ezekiel,
God,
maybe Shane.
I swear to God, I thought it was going to be
Yeah,
Shane.
What if it could have been Braun Breaker? Because him just losing the title, it could have been him. Because that would have been not bad to see.
and I mean they did a good job of making us wait for it though. I felt
Yep.
like really like just building up the anticipation. Is it Cody? Is it not? Is it Cody or is it going to be somebody that's going to disappoint us? Like they often try to do. But I I was excited that it was Cody. I was just really excited that it was Cody. Um, I just I like Cody a lot. I think Cody has gotten some criticism he doesn't really necessarily deserve for all he's done for AEW. Um,
To be honest, I think I think some of them wrestlers, they're because there's some people that are kind of petty that he went back, to the other company. But I think deep down they still like him. They don't have really legitimate beef with him.
There are no wrestlers that are petty about this. It's all the marks.
Yeah.
No, there's some wrestlers that are petty about this, but what Cody can say, it's like, yeah, but you fuckers ain't in front of 78,000 people.
It's like a majority, 80% of the wrestlers are happy. They're going like, hey, Cody, hey, he's back where he belongs.
I just think my thing about it is like if it came down to money, I completely understand because wrestling's not a business you stay in forever. But at the same time, he probably felt like he had some unfinished business with WWE.
And apparently, Vince laid out a pitch to him, and I guess he liked the pitch that about what his role is going to be in the company.
Yeah, I mean, I was excited, and like I said, I don't understand the criticism that Cody has gotten. You can't really be a good heel if you lose every match. Just not how it works. I can't hate you if you suck. Just like if you like, I mean, well, if you're Eva Marie, I can hate you, but like,
correct.
I can't, but I can't hate you if you don't win matches. That was the mystique of Triple H. Like he had he was Mr. Golden Shovel, win at all costs type of guy, but he wouldn't have been nearly as good of a heel if he didn't win the matches that he did. Even going back to that Booker T match, was it or as Casey would say, Booger, that Booker T match, like it at one hand, was it the right booking decision? Probably not. But did it like continue to rise up how much you hated Triple H? It sure did. So same thing with Cody. Like, people are like, oh, he buries this guy and that guy. And I'm like, well, he was a heel. He's supposed to win matches for people to hate him because you want to see him get beat up. I can't have a desire to see you get beat up if you lose all the time. There's no need for you to get beat up because you're already getting beat up. This match was awesome though. Back to the match. I liked it. I love, Seth's, reactions to everything. I think his character is just A1. Seth is, somebody had put it out on Twitter, like Seth's Mr. WrestleMania. I've been saying this for years, that I feel like Seth is kind of the new Mr. WrestleMania. Like he just
also love the drip he came out. That drip,
that
drip that came out too.
He just, I mean, he puts on bangers every time. He sets the world on fire every time. He performs at Mania. He's got some of the biggest moments you can ever have, and get it, burn it down. Like it just, I can't say enough about.
I don't get it. I don't get it at all.
I can't explain enough to what Seth means. I think to WrestleMania.
Can you explain the burn it down thing? I don't understand the reference.
But fellas, what was y'all's thoughts on the
or not, you jerk?
Incredible match. It was an incredible match. I would say they were the perfect opponents for each other because there's familiarity there, and they everything was well paced. They took their time. They sold. I did like the cartwheel into the Stardust thing because I think that was like an internal FU to the past, and it's like no, like this is that ain't me anymore. Like it's like now, and the fact that he could use Cody Rhodes, and not just Cody, and I'm sorry, to all the AEW marks out there, they did more for Cody in one night, in one entrance, in one match than AEW did in his entire run. Like he was a name, he was awesome at first in AEW, but then not that I can't say overstay his welcome, but I think here's what I think a lot of the criticism is with Cody is what he was starting to dabble into was counter to what his mission statement was. That this was like the Ellis Island for wrestling, where where people can come here and actually feel free and have not be handcuffed and this, that, and the other. But I think it was, and I think we brought it up in the video where we talked about him leaving. Like he's not going to do this forever. So I think he was starting to see the writing on the wall, and him and Tony were starting to have different agendas. Now Tony ultimately is the boss, but it's like man, like look, you got final say, but like for an EVP, I would like to think that I've got a little bit of legitimacy to what I want to put out on TV, whether it be for my matches or anybody else's matches.
Not even just that he was the EVP, but like he's also the brother of Goldust / Dustin Rhodes, and I don't know if you know this, the son of Dusty Rhodes. I think he knows how to book a show. I think he knows how to book a match.
Well, and I think too, he was, but also, and I don't know if he gets enough credit for this because people want to goo goo gaga over Kenny and the Young Bucks and the other EVPs of the company, but he's the biggest darn star of them all. Whether that's because he was in WWE before, whether that's because he had the Rhodes name, he also made his name even more so when he kind of made that list and everybody wanted to see where he was going to go next and those lists of dream matches. You can't have dream matches if you suck.
Yeah,
you can't have dream matches if you're not a star. That's not how that works.
He did more, regardless of, again, even if like the last year and a half or so of his AEW run wasn't the greatest, but he did more to elevate his stock in the business than a lot of other guys did. And sure, Meltzer, again, guys like that will go goo goo gaga, like you said, like for Kenny and all those guys, but that he is the best worker of the bunch. No, yes, he tries to, do some flip flopping and flying, but like at least a lot of his matches, they make sense. There's psychology to them. So, but all in all, he is a businessman. He is a businessman. And from all the reports that I'm seeing is that he got what he wanted. I don't know he obviously got more than what Batista wanted a few years ago, but then that's besides the point. But like, and again, I don't know if it's CM Punk money, but obviously it was something to his liking. So that's every bit of seven figures right there. And that pop was amazing. Like I was smiling, giggling the whole time during that entrance because like, boom! As soon as the voiceover kicks in, whatever though, boom! That place went ape shit.
Yeah, and still, this is still one of those moments I wish that we could have kept under wraps until it happened. I don't know how you do. I don't know how you do it in this social media era. I don't know if it's even possible. But this would have just been. I mean, it just would have been a funner, a more fun moment. To just lights go dim. You don't know who it is.
The pyro goes off. Oh, it's Chris Jericho. So. He's coming back.
It's just like that's kind of the stuff I miss from wrestling, and like, and I get it. It's not, but at the same time, the Hardys snuck up on us a couple years ago. At Mania, nobody was really expecting that. I don't know. I think there's a way you can do it. I don't know if there's that level of commitment anymore because everybody's got to break. Like we said before, everybody's got to break the story.
Well, not only that, but I do think that there needs to be some understanding from all parties, whether it be from Vince and whoever that the said wrestler talks to, it's like guys, like, can we not leak this? Whatever, let's try to keep a secret for once. And someone had mentioned someone had mentioned Jericho. I remember Jericho was like number 1 in one of the Rumbles. Nobody knew that was going to be him. We had mentioned the Hardys. That snuck up on us, and it was an authentic, genuine reaction. Like it can be done, but yes. But people got to break the story. You got to give me something. You got to give me something. No, the fuck I don't.
Thoughts on Rollins versus Rhodes?
It was a match. No, that was really good. That was really good match.
Justin?
Oh no, it was amazing. Like I kind of I expected it to be Cody. Like I didn't know anybody who else it could be. I mean, maybe it could have been someone from NXT, or it could have been like someone who's getting ready to debut. But no, Cody was the right choice.
Elias,
don't get me started with what they're doing with Elias now. Like I feel like they're going.
Justin, what are your thoughts on Elias?
They went backwards with his character. Like seriously, they. Don't get me started with that, okay? No. It's like that's him back when he's in developmental stages. That's when you're just creating your character.
What match are we talking about right now?
We're talking about Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins.
Exactly.
Okay. So, I just love, like, the whole build. Like, when the pyro's going off, I'm like, oh, who's it going to be? And when you hear wrestling has more than one royal family.
Screw you, Casey. I want to hear about Elias.
We're not talking about Elias. We're not talking about Robert.
Elias is missing.
Whoever was walking with Elias, Elias just kept on walking. He just kept on walking. Didn't come back. We lost it.
He should have called him Bruno. We can't talk about him.
Oh God. Oh no. We don't talk about that. No, I marked out. I popped. I lost my shit a little bit there. Okay, I lost it when Cody came out.
Was it as much as you lost it when AJ Styles came out? Just curious.
It was even more. It was more for Cody. It was more for Cody here. Yes, and I also love how he was coming out to his AEW theme. I of course I know he owned the rights to the AEW theme, but still, and coming out as the American Nightmare is great, and the match, these two guys put on a great, fantastic match. I don't really have anything else to say. If you haven't watched this match, go check out the match. Go check it out. Yeah.
All right. Anyone else thoughts on this match? Speak now or forever. Ever.
Listen here. Okay, first of all, this was fantastic. They put on Bye, Adam.
Bye, Adam.
You didn't want to hear what I had to say. Cool, whatever. I ain't gonna tell you what I had to say. They put on a clinic. They really did. It was a fantastic match. But my thing is, like, this whole situation with Cody has really shown a spotlight on how non-intelligent some of these marks are, especially these AEW marks, because I heard some of them saying, like, when he did the gold or the Stardust thing, they were like, oh, that means he's going back to the Stardust character. And I'm like, no, you moron. Like, no. It's basically an FU to the past. He's not.
Casey doesn't get along with a lot of people.
I don't.
It's because he's short.
Fuck you. Fuck you and your chief and your cousin, and probably not your mama, because she's probably real nice, not like you. Okay. But I need to talk about this. Because Adam, he showed me this, and I can't get over it.
We'll talk about it then.
I am, boo. Shut up, boo. Anyway, there was an AEW mark who paid monies to go to WrestleMania, paid lots of the monies to go to WrestleMania, and take a picture of himself flipping off Cody Rhodes, calling Cody Rhodes a sellout while he was at attendance at WrestleMania, the biggest show of the year for the company that he said that Cody Rhodes sold out to. The hypocrisy and the stupidity are just mind-blowing. Just, sir, do you not know where you are right now? You are literally supporting him for his quote-unquote selling out.
Casey, I saw this too, and I thought it was the funniest thing I'd ever seen probably in my life.
It's fantastic. I love it.
I just love the caption of that tweet, like, for the love of Christ, sir, you spent money to WrestleMania.
and that's the funny part. Like, it's not like Raw. Like, it makes no sense regardless. Like, if you saw him at a house show, it wouldn't make sense. But I'm just saying, like, you spent money to go to the biggest show that WWE has that costs the most amount of money.
Well, not even just that. Like, unless he lives in Dallas, he also paid to travel to Dallas.
I don't get some people. I don't.
What?
I'll show them. I'm going to spend 4 figures to go to the biggest show of the year. And then, talk about how much I paid Cody. That'll show
they don't care. They'll take your money. You can.
And then days
Sir,
later,
we don't want your $1,000. What's wrong with you?
And then days later, the tweet is still up. Like, bro, read the room. Take it down.
Who is this?
Take it. It's just some random dude.
I want to know this person so I can go roast his ass.
Trust me, the internet's doing it for us.
Yeah,
I mean, if you paid attention to the group chat, you would have already seen who it was.
I mean, I was paying attention to it, but there's too much. There's too much voice messages, and that is.
Because typing's too hard.
Let's be honest. We got a podcast outside of the podcast in the messages. The DM podcast is what we call it.
The voice message.
Right.
The voice.
Casey, when we start our show, that's what it's going to be called.
Rousey versus Flair, SmackDown Women's Championship.
Next.
Anybody? Any thoughts at all?
Nope.
Shocked
Charlotte's gonna be the Flair. She's gonna be a Flair here. You know, that's the reason why she won this match. Like, I don't understand why she won.
Because Charlotte's good and y'all are a bunch of bitches. If you don't like Charlotte Flair, boom. I said what I said. Because
I want her to accomplish. I mean, what? Charlotte's accomplished everything. Like, what was the point for having her retain the title? What was the point?
Okay, like let me ask you this. Then what was the point of Hulk Hogan being champion for 4 straight years?
Hey, you shut up over there. Don't
you use good logic against Justin? Shame on you.
You know, just damn me to hell.
Because he was the golden boy. He was the man who's bringing in all the money. Charlotte's not bringing in all the money.
Didn't he say racist things also? Wait, what?
He did. But
he did say some racist things.
We're talking about Hulk Hogan, not Terry Bollea.
But I mean, but you got to remember he did that thing with Titus O'Neil hosting the Mania, so everything's good.
Everything is good now.
Kevin Owens show that turned into an actual match against Stone Cold Steve Austin that shocked the heck out of me.
Why were you shocked that it actually turned into a match? Because they were just going to end it on a segment. Fans would have been upset.
Would they have been upset? Not necessarily.
They would not have been upset. He's almost 60, and he hasn't been in the ring in 19 years.
He's 57.
That's why I said almost 60.
Well, I got the correct number. He's 57.
So, and that's my thing. Like, I think that's what got me. Like, I was just afraid that he was going to get injured or something because he hadn't been in the ring in so long.
And it could have been viewed as less than. It's like, dude, like, seriously, you could have just mudhole stomp stunner and we would have been fine.
Well, and we gotta, I think we also forget he kind of had the perfect retirement. It's like Ric Flair coming out of retirement. You had the perfect, I'm sorry, I love you, make me cry retirement. Why are you back? Stop it. Okay. That was my, like, I didn't have an issue with the match. I was just saying, like, kind of like Adam was saying, this could have been something that made his retirement less than, because it's like,
or just the specialness to him could have been less than, because it would have been viewed as sad. It's like, look, we love Austin, but it's just like
like that one match we had with DX and the Brothers of Destruction.
Yes, that was it. Was
you know, I don't want to talk about that.
Michaels had the perfect retirement, and if you listen to his explanation to the story arc of the Heartbreak Kid, it makes all the sense in the world. And he shaved his head and gave into getting paid lots of money, which money talks, folks, which is another big selling point.
I mean,
and it was in Texas.
It's all went downhill.
For real.
Stone Cold's gonna be on the next Saudi show. It's happening.
Also, by the way,
no, I don't want to say that. That'd be terrible.
By the way, the match was good. It was enjoyable.
I mean, he was taking some pretty good bumps. I mean, that bump he took on the concrete floor. Oh man!
Oh, that made me cringe.
Yeah,
I was like,
man.
Oh no!
When they were fighting on the stage, I thought that was hilarious. Like, hopefully somebody gets thrown off the stage. I hope KO gets thrown off the stage here or something.
Wait, but let's talk about the real important matter of this match. How many beers actually went down his throat?
Maybe
not many.
Maybe like half of a sip.
Yeah. I'm being generous with saying half a beer.
He swallowed a shot.
Goddamn kid. All you got to do is chase it.
We got Pat McAfee the next night.
I think McAfee had more beer than Stone Cold did in 2 nights.
He had more beer when he was lying on his back.
Yeah. Which we'll get to that when we get there on the next video.
What was y'all's thoughts on the main event?
Perfect way to end the show.
It was great.
It was awesome.
Shut up.
Fuck you.
Fuck you.
Hey, fuck you. Fuck both of you.
You son of a
fuck you. You showed up late.
Hey, I can show up whenever I want to.
You know what? You're going through a table like Austin did, you fuck. Yeah, that's right.
I'm gonna send you through a table with mouse traps.
You mean Sammy? You mean? Speaking of that, man. Oh, wait, we'll get to that on the next video. I don't want to talk about that now.
Say words. I'm trying to say.
Okay, I'm done.
I'm trying. Sidebar. And I need somebody to fact check this for me. Cody Rhodes is the only person ever to appear at WrestleMania, Wrestle Kingdom, Final Battle, Bound for Glory, and Battle of Los Angeles, all within 365 days. Fact check it. Go. Fact check it.
Move.
Oh, okay.
DJ?
That's cool.
I don't care about them other things.
You don't care about the Wrestle Kingdoms?
I care about the Wrestle Kingdoms, but we ain't talking about
You don't care
Wrestle
about
Kingdom.
Battle of Los Angeles?
No. Ebola, short for Ebola.
You don't care about the you just don't like it because
there was probably Ebola there.
Was there.
Casey, can you explain why Austin was the heel so we can leave this video?
Oh
please?
my god.
Oh god, this is gonna be like.
Okay, hold up here. Okay. He was
Hold up here.
He was trying to support, as he calls it, the great state of Texas. Now, what is so great about Texas, you tell me? They don't know how to take care of the COVID.
Steers and... Oh, sorry.
We've already... Okay, so since we've already heard this bill, that'll do it for
They
this
don't care about the LGBT community.
I'm about to end the broadcast right now.
They care more about their guns than human lives. It's flat, like Owen said. It's flat. When's the last time they won a Super Bowl? I'll wait. When's the last time?
1995.
Exactly. Canadians, they're so polite. You're muted still. They're just so polite, and the best there is, the best was, the best there ever will be. Trish Stratus, okay.
What are you even saying?
I'm telling you why Canada is better than Texas, and why Austin was the heel. Damn it!
What? Wish I didn't.
So much like my original thesis, his logic is flawed.
Fuck
This
you.
entire explanation is flawed.
But no, because he had mentioned to me it's like he has the Broken Skull Ranch in Texas, and I'm like, sir, he sold that ranch. It is now in Nevada, and you thought I had told him that his puppet passed away. He was like, you mean to tell me that he sold that ranch? It is not even in Texas. I'm not exaggerating, by the way, on the infliction of what he was saying.
Um,
I felt
This
lied
man.
to. Felt lied to.
Okay. That'll do it for night one.
He got the Broken
That-
Skull
that-
beer. He got the
that'll do it for
Broken
night
Skull
one.
beer, and I just.
Tell me how
As
you really
Casey
feel.
cries, we'll see you guys on the next one. Okay, bye. Oh yeah, Spotify, Apple Podcast, Anchor, all those things. Listen to us.
Pro Wrestling Tees.
Listen to Casey ramble about why Austin was a heel in this particular thing. So.
He was a